We need to take time and detoxify ourselves from all the toxins that we've managed to put in our system through the products that we use. Skincare is not what we have been taught, we have been sold in this modern society. Welcome back to Miss on a Mission. If you are new here, you're most welcome. Consider subscribing and becoming part of this community. If you are a returning subscriber, I really do appreciate your presence here and thank you for stopping by once again. Today, we're going to talk about the impact that skincare products as costs on our skin and the possibility of issues and long-term effects that it has and it might have on us as humans, especially we as ladies. And I am also going to be talking about skincare as a part of self-love. So why did I decide to do this video? Because I am a victim of the repercussions of skincare. As you can see my forehead. I want you to look at my forehead clearly. I want you to look at my cheek and the other side. This is unlike me. I have never in my entire little life been in this position. And although I am privileged to come from a lineage of women with no skin conditions at any age, I must say the pressure of being a part of this generation has led me to where I am with my skin right now. You all know, and in case you are new here, let me feed you on it. I am a natural babe. I'm not the one to do makeup, maybe a lippy, and we are all good. My entire life, I've never done makeup, except for one time that my celebrity friend forced me and she wanted to show me the other me in makeup. So some years ago, I decided, how about I also treat myself? Because apparently in this generation, if you are not getting yourself the things that are trending, if you're not buying yourself the skin products and body products and other things that are in season that are trending, you're not showing yourself love. You're not loving yourself enough. You actually don't know what self-love is in the first place. And I decided, well, since I am in a position to afford these products, how about I give myself that self-love by purchasing a couple of good products for my skin? Little did I know that was the start of all my skin problems. My skin, in this case, I mean my facial skin. The only two alternatives I have been using ever since I started this skincare thing is Nivea products and Garnier products. Unfortunately or fortunately, they were not compatible with my skin. And I must say this, the only thing that has worked for me from those two brands, it's the micellar water. That one has performed miracles. The other products, starting from the vitamin C serum, starting from the dark spot corrector. And what was I correcting to start with? You know, when I found myself in this position two to 3 weeks ago, I asked myself, in the first place, what is it that I was correcting? Because I didn't have dark spots. The only spot I had is the spots that I had on my cheek and on the other side of my cheekbone from the burns that I experienced a year ago. For the vitamin C serum, I must say this. Every time I used them, I got breakouts. And these breakouts were not the normal breakouts. They are the breakouts that you wake up tomorrow, you have these tiny little bumps that have pus in them. And there are so many, you can't even start popping them out. And if you pop them out, apparently, they are going to get worse. So I had to stay with that. And of course, it's giving me the glow. But what is the price that comes with that glow? And I decided to stop. I have used the sunscreen. I have used their masks. Of course, it makes my skin at that moment feel amazing. But the repercussions that I face right after using those products is what I have a problem with. And so a few months ago, I posted on my community tab section that Apparently, I was done with makeup. I was done with skincare. And true to my word, I did. And now that I find myself in this position, and you're seeing them when they are done, when they are clearing. 2 weeks ago, it was worse. And having to sit with the questions that come almost every hour of the day. Stop applying what you're applying. Stop messing up with your face. What are you doing to your face? What are you trying to do with your face? It's tiring. It's demoralizing. I was talking to a friend the other day and I was telling him that I am such a confident person until I had the questions come to me so many times and at so many intervals until it got to me. And it started messing up with my confidence, apparently, because the face of a woman is everything. And I'm not lucky enough to give people a different side of the story. Not everyone that is going to understand about hormonal imbalance. And no one is going to believe you because they're going to think, we've been with you for the last X amount of years. Why is hormonal imbalance coming now? You also can't start telling everyone your business. I have been using this product and it's not a bad product. It's literally a vitamin C serum. It's meant to give you a glow and all that, but it is affecting me. Nobody is going to believe you. We all know that. So I just decided to stop completely, indefinitely. I am not using any product on my face again. And I even talked to my boss, it's a she, and I was asking her, what is it that you use on your skin? We can see you are, you're aged, but then you have a beautiful face, you have a glow, you're not a makeup person. Your skin is so firm, your skin is flawless. Tell me, what is the secret? And she told me, the thing is this, you cannot be dependent on these products. All these stories we hear about sunscreen is the best for your skin and all this and all this. What is the long-term effect on your skin? When you're 30, when you're 40, when you're 60, what is the impact that they are going to cause in the long run? And I was like, oh, thank you very much. And she asked me, why do you ask? Do you want to start using something on your face? I said, no, I just want to interact with people. I want to get those gems that I'm not gonna be lucky to hear them from people who have lived them any other day. So when I get a chance, how about I just ask and grab that information for my own benefit, for my own good. And this entire thing, this entire mess and all this, although it makes me look beautiful, I've got that from especially guys, I don't know, but that's the thing. I now know, it has come to my realization, first-hand experience, that self-care is not about the bubble baths. Self-care is not about the flowers, because I'm a flower girl. I love flowers. Any day I get myself flowers. The other day I passed by Quick Mart supermarket and I was mesmerized. I literally shouted. I'm like, for the first time in my entire life, I have found fresh flowers in your store. Because every time you go there, the flowers are they're withering and some of the petals are even falling, but they're still on display to be bought. Self-care is not about all these expensive, trendy things that we are getting ourselves. And apparently just because I can afford it for myself, it doesn't mean I am loving myself. Just because you're able to get yourself the skincare products from La Roche or CeraVe or Garnier or Nivea doesn't make that self-love. Am I saying that people should neglect the things that are part of their self-care activities? Absolutely not. If you're into painting and you can afford it, I want you to go and paint. But why are you painting? Are you being influenced to paint, to want to grow to love painting? Or is it that you truly love painting and you want to reconnect with that part of you, the child you that loved painting once upon a time? Are you being driven to love yourself? Let me rephrase it in this way. Are you being driven or are you driven? To be driven, it's you doing it out of intentionality, out of it's the you. This is what you want, and you're doing it for the benefit of you as a person, as an individual. Being driven, it is you being influenced by external factors. Are you doing skincare because you're seeing that's what's trending? That's what everybody on the social media streets is talking about. And apparently, if you don't have any skincare routine with 1,000+1 products, you are missing out. You don't love yourself. You're such a naive lass or lad that apparently is asleep in this generation. Because that is what, when we see these products and when we see this religion of skincare products and the glow and OMG, we all need to have sunscreen. If you're not having sunscreen, you're messing up with your skin, and it's gonna catch up with you in the long run when you're a little bit older. That's the narrative that you're being sold online, but nobody is telling you what is necessary for you and is specific to you as an individual. Apart from all of us, we need a Garnier vitamin C serum so that we can have the glow. The only vitamin C serum and the only product that is going to give you a glow, if it's not from La Roche, if it's not from CeraVe, if it's not from Garnier, if it's not from is it Plus 50 or something like that, it's not it. That's the wrong one. Because at some point, I even changed where I used to purchase my Garnier products because I thought maybe they are fake, maybe they're not the original. And I tried so many other places only to get the same results. And I asked myself, what am I doing to my skin? I am trying to rip off its natural fats, its natural and essential oils. I'm trying to mess up with its pH. And that's why it got to a point, and it's like, because you're not seeing it, because you're not getting the indicators, how about we just show you so that you can stop with this BS that you're doing to us? And that's why it broke out, and broke out so bad. And so all this video is to tell us this. Before you get yourself into any ritual, just because it's what is trending, it's what is being talked about, it's the noise that is all over right now. Before you do that, I want you to ask yourself, what do I need that is going to steer me up to a better me, for a beautiful aging, that is going to steer me up to become an older version that is better, that is kinder, that is a good, that is charismatic, and every other good thing that I can think of. What is your why? What is your drive? Why are you getting yourself a vitamin C serum? Especially for us ladies, we don't want to do the work. I would rather meet a babe who has a flawless skin, ask them, what product are you using? Without any further questions, and I just go and get that. I go and purchase that product. Instead of, what are you doing to your skin? How did you come to that decision? Did you go for any examination? Did you visit a dermatologist? How did you come to the conclusion that instead of La Roche, I'm going for CeraVe? How did you come to that? What drove you to make that decision? Where did your journey start? And why did you start it? Instead of asking all these beautiful questions and taking the initiative to do things from scratch, visit a dermatologist, go get your face examined, be told what is the possible issues that is causing whatever your skin is facing, and such kind of things. We just ask someone, what product are you using? And the next thing, we are in the stores grabbing a bunch of the products. Hi bestie, it's in the middle of the night. I just remembered something while I was editing this video. While I am filming, all the ideas disappears. My diction just goes down the ditch. I don't know where it goes. And the minute I am done uploading the video, publishing the video on YouTube, or probably just after editing the final edits and everything edits now due to be published, I remember like the diction is back, the ideas are back. I'm like, where were you? But I've decided that every time I remember something, I'm going to take it upon myself to film that and insert it somewhere in the middle of the video. I hope you're going to bear with me. This is not going to be part of our norm, so please, you're welcome, and start getting used to it as early as now. So like I said, it's in the middle of the night. I'm so tired. I know I have these lines and all that, and I look sleepy. My voice is hoarse, coarse. It's coarse. It's husky. I don't know, but yes, my voice is not, but we're gonna say what we need to say because I feel like it's important part of this video. That is why it is so easy for us as women to be sold things. If something comes in the market, we are the first people, we are the first consumers, and it goes so fast because we are emotional and we are lazy creatures. Lazy in this way, I'm not putting us under the bus. Lazy in this way, we don't want to do the work. I would rather ask the next lady what has worked in her relationship and apply it on mine, rather than trying to learn my relationship, understanding it, and looking for the solution that is tailored to me, to my situation, to my relationship specifically with my partner. It is the same thing. I look at someone, they have a very different type of hair, black, they are African, yeah. They have a very different type of hair, but it's long, their hairline is doing okay, it's very healthy and all that. And the first thing I do is, oh my goodness, what do you apply on your hair? It looks so good, it's healthy, it's long, that's what I want. And they tell me I use olive oil, for instance. I'm an olive oil girl. So they tell me olive oil. What do? I don't even ask for how long they've taken to grow their hair. I just rush straight into the stores to get myself an olive oil. I come back home, I apply it. 3 months down the line, my hair has not changed, and I start thinking maybe that lady lied, or maybe I applied it in the wrong way, and I find another lady only for her to tell me she uses castor oil, and I do that and it doesn't work. Instead of me trying to understand my type of hair, what products are best for it, and how my type of hair can be taken care of, what are the rituals, what is the regimen that is going to help me, and such kind of things. And I'm not trying to tell people not to love themselves by taking care of themselves, by indulging in activities that are self-care, because trust you me, loving yourself is going to come also from doing some activities. You are loving yourself when you're taking the time out of your busy schedule to just shut everyone else out in a good way, in a healthy way, so that you can be with yourself and paint. Painting is an activity, self-care activity, but that is connected directly to self-love. You are loving yourself because you took the time out for the weekend to be with yourself, to enjoy with yourself. What I'm trying to tell people is this: don't just do things because that is what is trending, because your favorite celebrity influencer, content creator is doing that. I'm a fan of our girl, Lydia KM. Am I gonna paint? Am I gonna go on karaoke nights? Am I gonna do what? Stop taking alcohol just because my Lydia, our own Lydia, is not doing those things, is not taking alcohol, just because our own Lydia is doing karaoke nights and all these things? Do I like do affirmations really connect with me at a very personal level? Or am I doing it because Lydia is my favorite content creator and that's what she's doing? She now has a community, and don't forget, I'm part of that community. That's what everybody is doing. So I don't want to feel like I'm being left out. So what would I do? I would rather go ahead and start affirming. Don't do anything if you're not driven by self. Every time you're about to start doing something, every time you're about to incorporate a new habit, a new ritual into your life as a form of self-care and self-love, I want you to ask yourself, what is my why? What is the force behind this action that I'm about to do? Do I love flowers? Why do I love flowers? Or am I getting flowers because everybody now says buying yourself flowers, you are loving yourself, it's part of a self-care? Do I love flowers? Do I love flowers? That's the thing. And by the time you're uploading this video, we're publishing this video on YouTube. By the time you are seeing this clip, this specific clip, is the 3rd week since I filmed this video. Probably you're going to see the video on the 4th week, that is after a month. Bear with me. The last 4 months, to be specific, have been chaotic, and I mean chaotic in the most serious way. I have had the hardest of time. I have been struggling mentally. I have been struggling generally in life, and here we are. This entire thing, you can see 4 weeks later, it is not cleared completely, but so far so good. I don't know if you can see. I'm not sure if you can see. Yeah, but I've talked to a doctor and they said I have been under very severe stress, and it's just the stress hormones, and it's cortisol, and the hormones are imbalanced, but slowly we're getting ourselves in order. So don't worry about me. We gotta do what we gotta do so that we can keep on maybe surviving, maybe existing, maybe we are learning to take this life a day at a time, because sometimes that's all we gotta do. That's all we gotta do. And other times it's rosy, it's beautiful, and so life goes on regardless. So please don't stop here. Don't stop here. I have beautiful, beautiful gems tailored for you specifically. This one I promise is tailored for you specifically, tailored to your specific individual needs. And they are just after this clip. So continue up to the end of the video. And please, if you've not subscribed, how about you hit the subscription button and become part of this community? Let's do what we gotta do. And don't forget that you come first. It's not gonna be easy always, but you got this. See you at the end of the video. And it's okay. Maybe you have the money and you're not looking at tomorrow. You're only looking at here and now. It's okay. But for us who are intentional, self-aware, and want better, how about we do things differently? And I want you to understand that self-love is not about the skincare products. My entire life, I have left the house with a bare face. No makeup, no nothing. Just a clean face smeared with a little pea of Vaseline. And I cannot remember a day I met someone and they were like, you need to do something on your face because you are too bare. You need to do something on your face because you're a little bit ugly. I can't remember a day someone asked me, why is it that you embarrass yourself walking around with a bare face? And I'm not telling people not to do makeup. Please, makeup elevates the beauty of a woman. And I adore every lady that does their makeup perfectly. I really do. Because for me, I feel like makeup is art. It's you trying to show the other side of you. There is just something about makeup. And just because I don't love it, I don't necessarily need to judge others who do makeup. I am not that person. Please do your makeup. But I want you to learn to detoxify yourself. There are so many products we're putting on our skin, and our skin is our best friend. Imagine she's the biggest element of our body. And for me, eating healthy, drinking lots of water. There are days I decide I'm not going to do deodorant for a week. Do I smell sweaty? Does my sweat smell? Not so bad. Why? Because I'm eating healthy. I drink my water. I go for natural alternatives like ACV or lime, and it only gets better. You find that when you're letting your skin to breathe and you're allowing it to detoxify and remove all the toxins that you've managed to put on it for the longest time, you even feel fresher, you feel rejuvenated, you feel good, and something just changes in your body. So I want you to learn that self-love goes way, way, way beyond the things you can afford to give yourself. That is all that I have learned in this season from my skin. Look at me now. If I go through my gallery and I find a picture of me 2 weeks ago, I'm going to post it here so that you can see the damage I had done, I was about to do on my skin. And just by washing my face, drinking my water, eating my greens, eating my fruits, within a week, my skin has gone from 90 to 20. Literally. I wish I have. If I get a picture, I'm definitely going to drop it here. And it came abruptly, like poof, all of a sudden. I wake up and my forehead is somebody else's. My cheeks started. It started with this one. This is the left one. And I'm like, what's happening? And then I just figured out, how about I just stop using these products? Because, and the funniest thing is that I had stopped using these products, but then there's this little subtle voice in your head that keeps on calling you. You can stop using 5 of the products. How about you just go for this one? How about you just go for one? And that is where your doom begins. So I want you to understand that it's not all about the external. If you love yourself from within, remind yourself how beautiful you are. When was the last time? Because for me, it has been a minute. It's like literally right now is on a Saturday. I'm filming this video and then I'm leaving for work. So I have not had the time to have a minute with myself like I used to a while ago. And it's part of the questions I'm asking myself. When was the last time I looked in the mirror and genuinely talked to myself, looked at myself without saying anything, and just thought, damn girl, you're so beautiful. And doesn't mean that you're the most beautiful woman in this entire universe, but you are your most beautiful woman. Look at those cheeks. Look at how your cheekbone is formed. Look at your brows. Look at your beautiful, big, gorgeous white eyes. I mean, look at yourself. You don't even have fine lines. You don't have eye bags. I mean, look at your lips, honey. You're such a beautiful babe. You're so beautiful. When was the last time I sat down just to journal without the rush? Time is running. Am I just writing for the sake of writing because it's part of my habits, it's part of my normalcy, it's part of my routine, but I'm not there present? When was the last time I sat down just to ground myself? When was the last time I sat down without the distraction of all the noise, of all the gadgets, of the external forces? And so many other questions. This was a wake-up call for me to come back to myself, because for about 2 months now, I have been so far away from myself. Life has been a marathon. And I think this, instead of looking at it from a negative perspective, I want to appreciate it, because without this coming, I would still be in the rat race. Now I am able to eat knowing I had money to purchase the best quality foods that I could afford. And I cooked that food with a lot of love. It's part of me creating. It's part of my art, because cooking is not just cooking. Cooking is not an activity. It's art. It is creativity. Every time I make a meal, no matter how simple it is, a part of me goes into that meal. And that's why maybe I love cooking, because I am born a creative. So time is rushing. I need to be living. But that is my lesson today. And I hope you grab that for yourself too. Self-care and self-love is not about all the things you can afford to give yourself. It's about what you do to yourself from within. It's not about the flowers. It's not about the best and the most expensive hailed product from whatever hailed brand. It's not about the road trips. It's not about the most expensive clothes. It's not about jewelry. It's not about all those things. It's about knowing who you are and taking care of you from within. It's about what you eat. It's about how kind you are with yourself and to yourself. It's about loving who you are and knowing and understanding and radically accepting that you are a flawed human being, and there's no day you're going to be perfect. And when you hit perfection, you are not going to be here with us anymore. It's about eating food that is healthy, knowing that that is part of loving your future self. It's about going out and putting your phone away because you want to be immersed in that moment. And with that being said, let's end this video here today, guys. I really do appreciate that you managed to get to this last bit of the video. And if you did, please, how about you comment with the yellow heart? And until the next one, go out, be the best versions of yourselves that you've always wanted to be. And I'm going to see you in the next one.